It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl 22. It's the Washington Commanders and the Denver Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Denver. Marvin Mims now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL. Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. This is hauled in by Ingram. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Second and 3 now. Nix from the gun. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Going for the first with Dobbins. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Just short on third down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on fourth?
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Here we go with Dobbins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Nix off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
They kick the running back in motion. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, These little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd and short, he's taking the option right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty Vance Tressway. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Finds a man right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter with Dobbins. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Play made by Deron Payne. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Commanders will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 21. He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That's good for 7 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. Still working past the 40. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. They get 28 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Staying with Robinson. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now Daniels off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd and short. He's taking the option right. And he gets this forward to the 19. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Play fake here. Daniels bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
An option give to Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now Daniels to throw. It's caught. Eckler. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 7. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that means 3rd down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
To the air, 3rd and long. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Has a man, that's Cortland Sutton. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
They'll throw again, Nix. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. A give right side to Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos driving. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Finds Mims. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Nix with it on 1st. Completed to Sutton. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Second and 3 now. Nix looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This just a 26-yarder down the middle. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And this one does not go far. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. A sideline shot snagged by Sutton. And he's down by contact after picking up the first. Looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they are unable to double their lead. So we've reached halftime in Denver. The hometown fans, yeah, they're feeling good. Their Broncos have the lead. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders returning their offense and this running back to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing off the play fake here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
And they send a man in motion. Play fake here, Daniels. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Again, Daniels to the air. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
Denver set to take the field on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making it.
Uh-oh, it's loose. Line ball inside the end zone. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too, because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck, but cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
So after the safety, we're going to see a free kick from the 20-yard line. Brings it in at the 12. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
On first down, here's Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now Daniels off the play action. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They go play action here. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
The Broncos offense all set to go. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for second down. Play action with Nix. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down from the red zone. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Nix from the gun. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, It really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead to 8. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Commanders and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Daniels on first down. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Daniels from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work coming into the quarter trailing. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Daniels now. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Man in motion, headed right. Here's Robinson. Is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders down by only 2 in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now the Commanders face a very important 2-point attempt. He's throwing for it! On the move, and he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the 4th quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Gotta go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Cut by Sutton. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Nix finds Mims, and he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They toss to Dobbins, running left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Nix off the play action. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's on the move. He's running with it. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Nix with it on first. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now a toss play with Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. He'll throw it. Completed to Sutton. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Commanders trail by a field goal. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to throw. He gets this one to McLaurin. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
He'll look to throw it. Put the body on the line for his team. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is all-out effort to make the catch. Putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception and some more targets in the immediate future.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Here he is to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Escapes the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
That's complete to Vele. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, only 3 or 4.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
To throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Setting up to pass. This is for the ball game. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as we'll see you next time from Denver.